Hey Taurus, I just pulled your cards and I need to share what came through because this reading is revealing something really significant about your energy right now. There's a story unfolding here about interference, about someone who tried to stand in the way of what's meant for you, and how the universe is actively working to remove that obstacle from your path. So let me walk you through what the cards are showing because this is genuinely fascinating. I shuffled your deck and the energy that came through immediately felt heavy at first. Like there was this weight that's been sitting on your situation. But as I laid out the cards, something shifted. The message became clearer and honestly, it's quite powerful. Someone has been playing a role in blocking your blessings, whether consciously or unconsciously, and Spirit is saying enough is enough. That person is being moved out of your way. So let's get into what each card is revealing because there are layers to this story. The first card I pulled is the Four of Swords and wow, Taurus. This card is speaking volumes about where you've been recently. The Four of Swords traditionally shows someone in a state of rest, contemplation, sometimes even forced stillness. When I look at this card in the context of your reading, what I'm seeing is that you've been in a period of retreat. Maybe you felt like you needed to step back from certain situations, certain people, or even your own ambitions for a while. There's been this energy of needing to recuperate, to gather yourself, to take a pause. But here's what's interesting about the Four of Swords in your reading specifically. This wasn't necessarily a rest you chose freely. This feels more like a rest that was imposed on you by circumstances. Someone or something created a situation where you had to pull back, where you had to wait, where you couldn't move forward the way you wanted to. Think about it. Have you been feeling stuck lately? Like you've been ready to make moves but something kept holding you in place? That's this energy right here. The Four of Swords can also represent a time of strategizing, of planning your next moves while you're in this period of stillness. And I think that's exactly what's been happening for you, Taurus. Even though externally it might have looked like nothing was happening, internally you've been processing, understanding, seeing things more clearly. This period of pause has actually given you something valuable. It's given you clarity. It's given you perspective. You've been able to see who's really in your corner and who's been working against your interests. What I'm picking up strongly here is that during this Four of Swords period, you became aware. You started noticing patterns. You started seeing through illusions. Someone who you maybe trusted or at least tolerated in your life showed their true colors during this time. And because you were in this restful, observant state, you actually caught it. You saw what was happening. The universe put you in this position of stillness so you could witness what needed to be witnessed. Does that resonate with you? Because the cards are really emphasizing this theme of awareness dawning during a period where you thought nothing was happening. The second card that came through is the Five of Cups and Taurus. This is where the story gets real. The Five of Cups is traditionally about loss, disappointment, grief. It shows someone focused on what's been spilled, what's been lost, while not noticing what still remains. In your reading, this card is speaking to the emotional impact of discovering betrayal or interference. Someone did something that hurt you. They disappointed you. They let you down or actively worked against you, and you felt that. Here's what I'm sensing with the Five of Cups in your spread. This isn't about some minor annoyance. This is about genuine disappointment in someone you gave energy to. Maybe you supported this person, maybe you trusted them. Maybe you just allowed them space in your life. And then you discovered they were actually blocking your progress somehow. Maybe they were speaking negatively about you behind your back. Maybe they were sabotaging opportunities. Maybe they were just taking up space and energy that should have been going toward your own growth and blessings. The Five of Cups shows 3 cups spilled and 2 still standing. What this tells me is that yes, there's been loss here. Yes, there's been disappointment. But not everything is gone. Not everything is ruined. This situation hurt you, absolutely. It probably made you question things, question people, maybe even question yourself. But here's the powerful part. The loss you experienced through this person's interference actually protected you from something worse. Those 3 spilled cups? They represent what wasn't meant for you anyway. They represent connections, opportunities, or situations that would have ultimately not served your highest good. I'm getting this sense that you've been mourning what could have been, what should have been, if only this person hadn't interfered. You've been looking at those spilled cups thinking about all the ways things could have been different. And that's completely valid, Taurus. Your feelings about this are legitimate. But the Five of Cups is also asking you to turn around and see those two cups still standing. See what remains. See what's still possible. See what's actually yours and can't be taken from you. The third card is the Six of Wands, and this is where the energy completely shifts. The Six of Wands is victory, recognition, public success, triumph over challenges. After the rest of the Four of Swords and the grief of the Five of Cups, suddenly we have this burst of positive, victorious energy. What does this tell us? It tells us that you're moving into a phase of winning. You're moving into a phase where you rise above whatever tried to hold you down. The Six of Wands in this position is Spirit saying you're about to experience recognition and success that cannot be blocked. See, here's the thing about the Six of Wands. This isn't quiet success. This isn't subtle achievement. This is public victory. This is the kind of success where people see you winning. Where people notice you moving forward. Where your progress becomes visible and undeniable. And whoever tried to block your blessings, they're going to witness you succeeding despite their interference. What I love about the Six of Wands showing up here is that it's confirmation that the blockage is ending. Whatever held you back, whatever slowed you down, whatever tried to prevent your progress is losing its power. You're breaking through. You're moving forward. You're stepping into the recognition and rewards that you've earned. This card is showing me that your efforts haven't been in vain. Everything you've been working on, everything you've been building, everything you've been hoping for is coming to fruition. The Six of Wands also speaks to confidence and self-assurance. After being disappointed by someone, after discovering interference, it's natural to feel a bit shaken. But this card is saying your confidence is returning stronger. You're not going to let what happened diminish your belief in yourself or your path. In fact, you're going to use it as fuel. You're going to let it motivate you to prove what you're capable of. And that energy is incredibly powerful, Taurus. Now the fourth card that appeared is the Three of Pentacles, and I find this fascinating in your reading because it's speaking to collaboration, teamwork, and recognition of skill. The Three of Pentacles traditionally shows people working together, each bringing their expertise to create something greater than they could alone. After the Six of Wands victory card, the Three of Pentacles is showing me what comes after you rise above the interference. Here's what I'm picking up. The person who tried to block you probably did so because they saw your potential. They saw what you were capable of creating, achieving, becoming. And instead of celebrating that or supporting it, they tried to dim your light. But the Three of Pentacles is saying that your skills, your talents, your contributions are about to be recognized by the right people. Not by someone who feels threatened by you, but by people who genuinely appreciate what you bring to the table. The Three of Pentacles is also about building something solid and lasting. This tells me that once the blockage is removed, once this interfering person is out of your way, you're going to have the space and energy to actually build. To create something meaningful. To collaborate with people who uplift you rather than undermine you. This could manifest in your career, in creative projects, in business ventures, in any area where you're applying your skills and expertise. What strikes me about the Three of Pentacles here is the theme of being valued. Someone tried to make you feel less than, tried to block your progress, tried to prevent you from receiving what you deserve. But this card is Spirit saying you are valued. Your contributions do matter. Your work is recognized by those who count. And you're about to step into situations where your worth is acknowledged appropriately. The fifth card is the World and Taurus. When I saw this card appear, I literally felt chills because the world is about completion, fulfillment, achievement of goals, reaching a significant milestone. This is one of the most positive cards in the entire deck. After everything the previous cards showed, after the rest, the disappointment, the victory, the recognition, we arrive at the World. What does that tell you? It tells you that this entire situation, as painful and frustrating as it's been, is actually part of a larger cycle that's coming to completion. The World represents the end of a major chapter. You're closing out an entire phase of your life, and that phase includes the influence of whoever tried to block your blessings. Their chapter in your story is ending. Their ability to affect your path is ending. Their presence in your energy field is ending. The World is also about achieving what you set out to achieve. It's about reaching the goals you've been working toward. It's about stepping into a new level of understanding, experience, and being. Whatever you've been trying to manifest, whatever you've been working to create, whatever blessings you've been calling in, the world is saying they're coming to fruition. And they're coming in a way that's even better than you imagined because now you have the wisdom gained from overcoming this obstacle. What I really want you to understand about the world in your reading is that it represents completion and new beginnings simultaneously. Yes, a difficult chapter is ending. Yes, someone who blocked you is being removed. But that removal isn't just an ending, it's an opening. It's creating space for something so much better. The world is the universe saying you've learned what you needed to learn from this situation. You've grown through this challenge. And now you're ready for the next level, the next chapter, the next phase of your journey where you're more protected, more discerning, more aligned with what's truly meant for you. The sixth and final card is the King of Swords, and this card is absolutely perfect as the conclusion to your reading. The King of Swords represents clarity, truth, intellectual mastery, clear communication, and decisive action. This is someone who sees through deception, who values honesty, who makes decisions based on logic and truth rather than emotion or manipulation. In your reading, the King of Swords is showing me the energy you're embodying moving forward. After everything you've experienced, after the interference, after the disappointment, after recognizing what was really happening, you're stepping into this King of Swords energy. You're becoming someone who won't be easily fooled again. Someone who trusts their discernment. Someone who sees situations and people clearly. This is you claiming your power, Taurus. This is you saying I've learned, I've grown, and I'm moving forward with wisdom. The King of Swords in this position is also telling me that you're going to handle the removal of this blocking energy with grace and intelligence. You're not going to be petty about it. You're not going to create drama. You're simply going to observe as spirit does what needs to be done. You're going to watch as the universe removes this obstacle from your path, and you're going to do so with the calm confidence of someone who knows that justice is being served. What I love about the King of Swords ending your reading is that it represents truth prevailing. Someone tried to block you through deception, through manipulation, through working in the shadows. But truth always comes to light eventually, and the King of Swords is that truth being revealed. Whatever this person did, whatever interference they ran, it's being exposed. It's being seen for what it is. And they're being removed from your path as a consequence. The King of Swords also suggests that you might need to make some clear, decisive choices moving forward. Maybe you need to set boundaries with certain people. Maybe you need to communicate something important. Maybe you need to make decisions about who gets access to your energy, your time, your space. Whatever it is, this card is saying you have the clarity and strength to make those choices wisely. So let me bring all of this together for you, Taurus, because the story these 6 cards tell is really profound. You've been in a period of rest and reflection where you became aware of interference in your life. Someone was blocking your blessings, whether through jealousy, manipulation, or just their own negative energy. This realization brought disappointment and grief because it's painful to discover that someone you allowed into your space was actually working against your highest good. But here's the beautiful part. Spirit saw what was happening and is actively removing this person from your path. You're moving into a phase of victory and recognition where your success becomes undeniable. You're going to be valued by the right people and collaborate with those who genuinely support you. A major cycle is completing, and with it, the influence of anyone who tried to dim your light is ending. And you're stepping into this new chapter with the clarity, wisdom, and discernment of someone who won't be blocked again. The interference you experienced wasn't strong enough to stop what's meant for you. It only delayed things temporarily. And now that the blockage is being removed, everything is about to flow so much more smoothly. Your blessings are coming through, Taurus. The recognition you deserve is coming. The opportunities that are aligned with your path are opening up. And you're going to move forward with such clear vision and strength. I hope this reading resonated with you because the energy here is really speaking to a powerful transformation. Someone tried to stand in your way, but Spirit said absolutely not. You're protected, you're guided, and you're about to see exactly how the universe fights for those who are meant for greater things. Trust the process, trust the removal of what doesn't serve you, and get ready to step into the victory that's waiting for you.